Hello friends, near and far, dear to my heart, I'm Victoria with Aligned Soul Tarot. Welcome to this tarot series where we're diving deep into the North and South Node placements within your birth chart. In this reading, we'll discuss the Aquarius North Node, Leo South Node axis. We'll discuss what these two signs mean, right? And we'll also pull some tarot and oracle messages to support you in this journey. This reading may also resonate for any Aquarius or Leo in your birth chart. And also, I highly encourage you to check out the opposing nodal axis of the Leo North Node, Aquarius South Node. It's really important just to get familiar with these two signs and what they mean, okay? So check out that playlist below. You can also find a lot of extra supportive links. I have an eclipse playlist as well on YouTube to support you through this eclipse season. And on my Patreon, I also have extensive content. We're going to be diving deep into this eclipse season, doing pre and post readings. I have an upcoming solar eclipse reading in Libra on Patreon, as well as the one I just did for the lunar eclipse in Pisces. And I offer also extensive birth chart readings. So you can get really familiar with not only these placements in your chart, but how they are being activated, transits as well, aspects. All of this will flavor your unique story. So find my website below. I'm going to be posting some new style readings as well. So stay tuned for that on my website and email me if you'd like to get a private reading. I do have a 10% off sale to the end of September. I have like 2 or 3 spots open. So if you want to take advantage of that sale, or again, if you join me on Patreon, you not only get all that extra supportive content, you get 20% off all of my readings all the time. And my goal with Patreon as well is to support you, right? In so many other ways. So any sort of insight, if you want a certain style of reading, if you have any questions about your birth chart, we get to go deep there on Patreon, so join me there. The links are below. So these cosmic points, they're not planets, they unlock a lot of purpose, especially after your first Saturn return. So it's an evolutionary process as we navigate these points. The North Node represents our guiding system. Again, what we're evolving into, the qualities that are flavoring the other parts of our chart. Whereas the South Node can speak of past lives. It talks about family. It talks about what we're born into, the first 7 years of our life. What is comfortable is not always going to provide growth. So it's really important for us to look into these aspects to get really familiar with where we're going and why. Okay, and for you, this North Node in Aquarius is going to be highly influential because of Pluto in Aquarius. It's been dancing back and forth between Capricorn and Aquarius now, but it's finally going direct November 19th and staying there till 2043. So get really familiar with this. This is deep transformation, okay? This period will amplify the themes of individuality, progressive forward thinking, and breaking from societal norms. Pluto, the planet of power, Scorpio, death, rebirth, crisis, transformation, death, taxes, you name it. It's radical growth. Challenging this Aquarius North Node and any Aquarius placements in your chart to be authentic. It's a time of empowerment for all of us, really, where there will be great shifts around attachments and innovation for the collective in many ways. Those with this nodal axis often excel, but their success can feel burdensome because it's tied to societal familial expectations, potentially with this flavor of the Leo South Node. It reflects a history of seeking validation from authority figures or just validation from anyone, truly. It's a good question to ask, why are we seeking validation and who are we seeking validation from? Can be an endless void. These individuals are learning to care less about pleasing others and more about true self-expression. Survival is an art, and staying alive often means upsetting others. Let's be real here. Something the Aquarius North Node and Leo South Node can benefit from. These individuals are skilled at making people happy and carrying the weight of joy, but they're learning to care less about pleasing others. At least that's the goal here. They're discovering the power of speaking their truth, even if it means ruffling feathers, and realizing that life goes on regardless. Ultimately, Survival isn't about fixing everything at once, okay? Let's be honest. But embracing the ongoing possibility for change, especially with this Pluto and Aquarius transit, it's going to impact this nodal axis the most. Staying alive is an act of hope, a continuous commitment to growth and transformation. Now let's get into your reading. Why, hello there, my Aquarius North Node viewers. I highly encourage you to share this with your fellow aged friends, family, foe, even if they're not into astrology. This is a great piece to share with those that are born within the same cycle. And the dates below will show you not only past transits with this nodal axis, but also upcoming. And guess what? Next year, whenever you find this, of course, just know it's meant to find you. But next year, we're moving into the North Node in Pisces. And guess what? You're right after that. So July 26th of 2026, we will be all experiencing this North Node in Aquarius. And we're all also experiencing this collective Pluto in Aquarius. So again, this is very present, okay? And although 2026 may seem really far off, guess what? It's not. Time is moving at a very rapid pace, it seems, especially during eclipse season. And these cycles are asking us to evolve, okay? Especially Aquarius. This is 11th house. This is the house of wishes and desires and dreams. It is also very much connected with our 10th house, our midheaven, our mission. And this is all about our networks and people, real authentic connections, the people that are going to help us, guide us towards our North Node, right? Our true purpose. And this is where the alignment happens here, especially with Pluto kind of backing you up. And not to say that it's not going to bring a level of deep, I heard catharsis, almost identity crisis even, it can feel a bit wacky and erratic. Aquarius is also governed and ruled by Uranus. So this is like exposure in all sorts of ways on a micro and a macro level, right? So again, pay attention to your nodal return. I myself have this Aries North Node, Libra South Node, which you are experiencing right now. So taking it from me on a personal level is this last year and a half has been monumental for me. Especially when we are aware of these tools and resources, it just affirms to us things that we might already know. So take this information as you see fit and apply it to whom you have in your life. I'm going to be talking a lot about family and past, and this can represent, again, role models, parental role models. A lot of my clients, when I do birth chart analysis, I notice their nodal axis, they usually have very core relationships with those signs, whether they're parents, role models, relationships, friends, especially your South Node, okay? So South Node Leo, you might naturally find a level of comfort with Leos, but there's also going to be a lot of lessons there as well. And you're being, again, asked to push through that and not to avoid those Leo qualities. The big heart warmth that you can find there. This is creativity at its finest. People with a South Node in Leo are natural born artists, okay? And they are meant to shine. But the core here, as you move into this North Node in Aquarius, is allowing this transformation. Again, it's a lot around identity. With these two signs, it's about showing up and showing out, but there is that South Node aspect of you that you are letting go of this need for validation. And Aquarius is about breaking out of the societal norms and expectations and releasing that ish for good, especially with Pluto, again, backing you up. And just stay tuned for 2026. Again, it might seem really far away, but it really isn't. So this is preparation for you if you find this reading before then. So just a journal. It's always good to journal with these nodal axes because these are eclipses. We're talking about eclipses, and when they're activated, these points in your chart are going to help you so much, okay? So again, it's one piece of your chart, but it's a big one. So a lot of people don't know this as well, but Aquarius, although you are governed and ruled by Uranus, some astrologers, and I myself, do hold this true to some extent, that Aquarius and Saturn have a very close relationship as well. And again, some astrologers believe that Aquarius governs and rules Saturn right along with Capricorn. Capricorn is your neighbor, so there's also a lot to learn, right? We've had this Pluto in Capricorn right now, again, till November 19th. And it's important to understand this dynamic of Saturn right now, especially too. Saturn in Pisces. On a Patreon, I have that lunar eclipse reading, and I also have a Saturn in Pisces reading on Patreon. So if you want to get more familiar with Saturn, and if you never knew that that's a part of who you are, right, this Aquarius flavor in your chart, and if you have more Aquarius in your chart, this is going to even ring more true, right, or Leo. But yeah, don't forget where you came from is what I want to say for you, okay? The Leo in you, there is this deep-rooted need for a sense of validation, but it's all about who you're getting it from. Again, Aquarius is like, who are your true people? Who are the people that are helping you grow and evolve? And you have to be able to shed those outdated beliefs in people that maybe you were not truly being yourself with. Maybe it was superficial, you know? And also, again, you can find and attract these partners, these two signs in your life, and you can learn a lot from them, okay? Especially Aquarius, you know? You'd be surprised. Even if you don't have any Aquarius in your chart anywhere else, you'd be like, wow, I never realized that I dated a plethora of Aquariuses. And again, these things I'm talking about could be parental role models that were very boastful or arrogant or cocky. Maybe you had a long line of relationships with people that were very conceited. And it's a mirror effect for you. When we start to see why we attract what we attract, South Node is a place of comfort. Some say, again, that it's past lives, you know, where we were that sign potentially. Maybe you had a sun in Leo in a past life, or strong Leo in your chart. And you're here to learn about the opposing end. You know, there's so much to learn from your opposite in this nodal axis. There's a shadow and light to every sign. You know, I could say the shadow to Aquarius is the fine art of detachment. And there's a fine line there between detaching from one's emotions, finding them too petty, right? And then, you know, kind of escapism with Aquarius that they can also struggle with. Identity is a huge theme here. I'm probably going to put that in partnership and introspection, yeah. Who are you partnering up with and why? Are you going into it with expectations, right? Expectations are also really big here. Let's see, Aquarius North Node. Such a powerful time for you with this placement. Especially with that Pluto emphasis, I just feel it. It's monumental. And again, when you look in your birth chart, you're going to see if you have any aspects to your North Node. All right, let's see. Aquarius North Node, we're going to dive in here. Aquarius North Node, what we got for them? Angels, guides, allies, ancestors. Allow me to read for Aquarius North Node. Leo South Node. Please hit that like button if you enjoy this series and share away again with people with this access. I'm sure they will appreciate this. Maybe some revelations and light bulbs will help them see more clearly the patterns. We have, okay. Oh, same cards came out. I love when that happens. Thank you, universe. Remember those two cards I said earlier? Well, guess what? They came out again. That means that that was meant to be. I love when that happens. Sometimes I'm like, oh, it's too soon. I'm shuffling still, like, hold up. But then they're like, no, those were the cards you were meant to see. And both of them came out with another one. These were all on the bottom. That's crazy. Okay, so this is the Creativity Oracle. With this kind of Pisces energy that we've been diving into, this past partial lunar eclipse in Pisces, I really want us all, that's my goal here, is to connect in with your intuition. What do you see? What do you feel? Hold on to that. Okay? This is about introspection. Kind of reminds me of the Hermit. This is this kind of Hermit, 8th house, Plutonic underbelly, introspection. Introspection is often necessary. to deepen our awareness of the unity of divinity of life. And unification is, again, the positive aspect to Aquarius is unifying on all fronts and stripping away the labels, the external needs of validation necessarily, and seeing a more holistic vision, unity and divinity of life. And that does require really getting to know who you are. Not who you were forced to be, Leo South Node, from authority figures, or again, where you got the most attention. You know, of course, what you excel at, your creativity, art, music, dance. This is 5th house Leo. What lights you up? But I'm also getting reminded with the Leo South Node that it can come with a heavy price tag. You know, when you think of any sort of entertainment in the entertainment business, it can really take a toll on a lot of people, right? And you got to really believe in it. You got to really truly want it. And, you know, that's something that you have to question here in this introspection of what is it that you really want? Who is it that you really want to be? When you strip away all the labels and superficiality and materialism and, you know, the ego, right? Because Leo South Node has to kind of go through that identity crisis in order to, you know, not necessarily get away from what they love, but maybe do it in a new way, a way where we're going to be unifying fronts. There's a collective vision. It's good for the whole. It's not just good for self. Of course, we want that, of course, but we also want to hope and aspire. North Node is more of this collective vision. How can I help others while also helping myself, right? And this is through partnership. And partnership can look very different, right? 11th house. This is our networks, Aquarius. And it's important to remember, you know, you are the company you keep. You know, if you're hanging out with a bunch of arrogant, cocky, boastful people, maybe that's that Leo South Node in you, or maybe there's a part of you. That's another thing I want people to question always, and I do this myself. You know, we like to point the finger outward, but what does it say about you when you are with that person or you're hanging out with those friends? There's something within you that you're wanting to learn, or there's a mirroring aspect there. You know, there's a part of you in them, and vice versa. So it's always good to see that when we are in some sort of crisis, right? Especially Pluto and Aquarius. We have to be able to go through this introspection here and take accountability. And again, this is connected with partnership. Once you have decided to walk your path in partnership, you must put the relationship first. So this is that Aquarius flavor of the detachment. You know, if you ever knew an Aquarius, again, you might have Aquarius in your chart or have dated one or parents. You know, this is eccentric, kind of quirky. You know, a lot of Aquariuses that I know, they have this galactic vibe to them, you know, because they are the visionaries. It's represented by lightning. They can be very erratic. And they can also, again, see emotions as petty. So that is one thing to be mindful of in partnership, is to not shy away from our emotions. That Leo South Node, you come well equipped with this big heart. But why are you giving love? Why are you needing validation? And who are you needing validation from, right? It's like, you know, we have to think back to the connections that we've made. And how have they served us and how are they not serving us, right? Even if it is present moment time. We have pitch too. Be as clear, concise, and professional as you can be when you explain your ideas to potential associates. So there is something around work too, even coming in for you here. When I see this card, I think of associates, like pitching an idea, pitching it like, you know, to your networks, through partnerships. So this Aquarius North Node is coming really strongly that you are gathering your people. And it's looking through the eyes of Aquarius again on a humanitarian, on a global aspect. Maybe this is like a national company where there's lots of exposure. I'm getting reminded of the star card. You know, this is about being a star, taking up space to some extent. But, you know, the side of the Leo is, you know, they want to be the center stage, you know, the performer, very gregarious and joy-filled and, you know, loud, you know, a bit shiny, dramatic, Leo, you know, and the Aquarius still take center stage. You still bring that momentum, but you're impacting more people. It's not for necessarily all self-gratification, if you catch my drift here. There is an honorable exchange between mutual people where there's multiple people that can take the stage. You almost could be giving the mic to people, right? You could be the manager, for instance, of a big team of people where you can bring joy to lots of people, right? Where it's not about self, right? Leo is sun. It's a sense of self, which again, you come well equipped with. So it's now time to pass the baton is like kind of seeing it, and there's gratification there for you too. This is not just being of service to others, it's a mutual honorable exchange here. We have free associate as well. It says, allow the first thing that comes into your mind without self-censorship to bestow a vision upon you. What comes to mind when you see this? What stands out the most? You might want to look up that animal totem. So also during this reading, when I get this card, it's allow yourself to be a free associate. That's Aquarius right there for you. You are the leader of the ship. These two signs make great leaders as well, I have to say, especially that Aquarius North Node. But you do have to be mindful and be aware of detaching. You can use that detachment to your awareness of your emotions, but also be mindful of, you know, avoidance to some extent. Knight of Cups, yeah, there's a cup. Emotions are big here. Expressing your love, strength in reverse. It doesn't make you weak to show your emotions. Yeah, strength, that's Leo. You might have been, again, showcase that. Maybe you had a Leo parent or an Aquarius parent. Maybe there was avoidance there around emotions. I'm seeing that strongly here. What else for Aquarius North Node? What can I give them as advice? The Star. Wow. You could have been judged for taking up space. Or there could be a part of you, I'm getting reminded with the Leo South Node. Again, you could have been a Leo in a past life if you believe in that, okay? Where again, you could have been a star. You know, you could have been someone that was a celebrity. I'm not gonna lie, with this kind of alignment here. There's a lot around being seen, star, quality. And there could have been, again, you could have been born innately with this kind of Aquarius where that you kind of detach, right? And you watch and observe from the outside. And there's also just this deep need for validation. I highly encourage you to watch the Leo North Node reading because there's connections here for sure, okay? But there's judgment here that was cast upon you potentially in a past life or even at a young age where you were afraid to take up space because then it means that you had to be in the spotlight or you felt like you had to potentially conform. And now as you evolve, again, you normally don't evolve into this North Node quality until after your first Saturn return at age 28 to 30, right? And now you're seeing a way that you can take up space, but it doesn't have to be like the spotlight effect is what I'm seeing. You know, I keep getting reminded of like, you're gathering, you know, you're gathering this cup that you get to share with other people, and it's really rewarding to you where you're not like on this solo journey. It's more of like a squad. I keep seeing a squad where it takes off like, yeah, you're stepping out into the unknown. It could be an Aries, you have Scorpio, Aquarius, Knight of Cups could be any water sign here. This could be aspects of your chart. You could have strong placements of these signs. A star is being born though. And it doesn't have to just be you. You could be allowing unifying fronts. Beautiful. You know, you could be someone that is like, I'm getting reminded of a role that you could play is like Like, who are those people that scout out? Like, you scout out content creators, celebrities. Like, you could be one that's that visionary, like an artist. You could be doing like production, those types of things. Lots to do with art. There's a very creative streak found with Leo and Aquarius. They are the visionaries for sure. But you are allowing others to be seen in a way that's very exposing the Fool. And it could be unknown charted territory for you, but you are being asked to step into this Fool. Let's actually pull from a different deck here. What do I want to pull from? Yeah, I'm going to do the galactic one. You galactic beings, you. This is the Avatar Oracle. What do we have for this Aquarius North Node? This is very much Aquarius energy. Aquarius North Node, Leo South Node. Yeah, this is a visionary. You could be, again, still be behind the scenes though. Like I'm seeing someone right now, like a film director or someone that's like behind the camera. But you still get to see the beauty of the process and the, you know, this joy. Very heart-centered, very creative, very inspiring. It's inspiring others, whatever it is. There's this inspiration found here where you might have felt judged for it in the past. A Scorpio could have been very judgmental towards you. Again, you could have had a parent that was any of these two signs that didn't allow you to shine and didn't actually believe in your gifts, but you are being asked to believe. The Fool. What do we have for Aquarius North Node? Aquarius North Node, please show me. Willpower. Ooh, yes. Aquarius, the unicorn there. I think of unicorns as Aquarius as well. This is 36. 9. So this is the spirituality. There's a sense of willpower here in the Fool as well, because you know they're leaping into uncharted territories. This is the start of something new, you know, and there could be something going on in your life where you are having to again strip away the judgment from others and to honor yourself in your journey and have the willpower to continue on, even if there were naysayers. And again, this could have been embedded at you at a young age, you know, breaking away from societal norms and restrictions. This could be religion for some of you. It could be many different things. Maybe even people at a young age joked and poked at your art or your creation, whatever that is for you. It doesn't have to just be music, art, dance, poetry. Maybe these are things that you can do as a hobby as well. But there is something about taking up space and the willpower to do it. It might feel like it's such a big plan, a big vision, but the Fool here is asking you to step out. Soul vessel. You do have the willpower, even if you have felt small, even if you were the outcast, you know. And a part of this Aquarius North Node kind of likes to be the outcast. They like to break the mold, and they don't, you're meant to not care as much. Again, the fine art of detachment from other people's opinions, but that doesn't mean that you have to avoid your own emotions and what makes you happy because of someone who doesn't want to see you play big. Yeah, time to release negativity. So heavy Scorpio, with that judgment, you could have Scorpio in your chart, or again, a Scorpio that has made you feel this way or cast judgment upon you, misjudged you. It's time to release that negativity and to give. Yeah, you have something to give. You have a gift to give the world here. What else for Aquarius North Node? It's very expressive with the Knight of Cups and the Fool. You know, when I see the Knight of Cups, this is like romantic. This is poetry. This is, this could again be as these two signs, anyone with water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or Aries, you know, this is like movement, dance, and it's very heartfelt. That will also help you release negativity if you don't even, if you're not a creative person. But, you know, we're all creating something, but it may not be in the entertainment business at all, you know, media, etc. It could just be that this creative energy within you is inspiring you to release some negativity, especially Scorpio season, I'm seeing, which interestingly enough, we have the Scorpio energy, and that's when Pluto goes into Aquarius. You are undergoing some massive transformation, ruffling feathers. Let's see what else we have for Aquarius North Node. And again, check those dates below. You can see the last transits that we had in this nodal axis and reflect on it, right? Each of you are at a different timeline. Some of you could be experiencing your second Saturn return, right? That gives this all a very different flavor. You can get a private reading with me. We can dive into it. I do offer a North and South Node reading where we get to do a tarot spread and dive into your unique story. What else for Aquarius North Node? Please show me the truth. There it is. A new start is coming. A new star is born. Look at that. New moon. New to full moon. So it's like a cycle. Again, eclipses, cycles. I'm getting reminded of your return again in 2026. This is maybe where you will be embracing into this new start. Could be sooner than that for some of you, right? Each of one of you are on a different timeline here. But you might be gaining this momentum as you release negativity. Believe in the impossible, yes. Where you have felt small, where someone has misjudged you, and you are afraid to take the spotlight to some extent. And again, it doesn't have to mean that you have to be the one on center stage. I see this more as, again, you collecting a lot of visionaries, people that are like-minded like you, and you're creating something that benefits a lot of people. This is 11th house Aquarius. This is broad. This could be working abroad. Yeah, and don't let pride get in the way. That's that Leo. Don't let maybe other people's pride, or even I'm getting reminded with the South Node in Leo is that perfectionist. You know, like it's not good enough. Like, what are they going to think of me? Like, it has to be perfect. It has to be this way. You know, it's okay to be weird. It's okay to be out there. The Fool is saying, hey, you got to step out into the unknown. It's risky territory, but there's a great reward here if you believe in the impossible. Believe in your weird, eccentric, you know, star. When this is here, whether it's in reverse or not, this is Aquarius, and this is exactly what I was feeling from the beginning. A star is born here. Release the judgment and don't let your pride tell you otherwise. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it will, that's that negativity. This could be like, again, other people judging you. Or again, you just had a parent, that South Node in Leo, they were very judgmental. And maybe they just wanted to take the spotlight. This could even be a sibling, right? That, you know, always wanted to like insert their own opinions or like bulldoze over you. And it made you just feel very jaded and pessimistic and wanting to play more small. And you are meant to be big. You're meant to take up space, and that can look different for all of you, right? Whatever sort of creative endeavor that you are inspired to do or to be a part of in some way, again, it could literally just be releasing some of this karma from the past. That could be what this is, releasing that destiny, or that judgment, releasing that destiny. Maybe that is your destiny in some way. Judging yourself. I wish you all the best. I hope that this reading helped you. And stay tuned for my monthly readings here on YouTube. I do general and love readings every month for all signs. And join me on Patreon. I'm going to be doing that solar eclipse in Libra reading here this Sunday, end of September. Whenever you find this, you can find all those links below. I wish you all the best. Bye for now.